Hey, what's happening, people? Shout out to the Purpose Chasers this Friday afternoon. It is what 2:39 on a Friday afternoon. I'm sure that most of you are probably getting ready for Christmas, maybe a little bit of shopping, maybe getting ready for a Christmas party tonight. Are they still doing those this late in the month? Whatever. Hey, I'm Kimberly Smith Tiller. I'm the Purpose Catalyst. And if you don't know already, I help women identify their purpose, transform their pain into power, and activate their zone of genius so that they can start creating those coins, especially around now when, you probably need it for shopping. Just a thought. So listen, I was talking to a client the other day, and I wanted to share this on a live. I'll probably do a couple of more over the next couple of weeks, just to close out the year. But I was talking to a client the other day, and we started naming some endeavors that they wanted to do and things they wanted to get into, and it was funny because all of these things were actually things that she had the ability to do. But the question was it aligned with her purpose? Hey, Michelle. Hey, Erica. Hey, Julianne and Tanya. Listen, as you're coming in, give me a shout out. Let me know that you're listening because you know how you have those times where you put your phone in your purse, but you're listening on your headphones, and then you have to go back and listen to the replay. I was guilty of that on a webinar last week, but it was so good. I didn't want to put my phone down. So listen, getting back to my story. Hey, and tell me where you're coming from too. So back to my story, I was talking to a client and, she was just naming off things. I can do this, I can do that. Great. But is it aligned to your purpose? See, there's a difference between things that you just can do versus what your innate purpose is. That innate purpose is something that was born in you. It was something you were created to do even before your mama saw your dad. It was just something that you were born to do. So you'll see little things start to immerse or start to come up to the surface. Hi, Pam. Start to come up to the surface, and it's related to your purpose. But if you get stuck in what you see that you can do and not what your purpose is, then what happens is you stay stuck in what you can do and not what you were born to do. See, let me give you a short story, and I'm going to tell on myself because I think I'm my best example. So I have been in HR for about 17 years. Um, but off and on, I found out there were things that I could do. I could negotiate. I mean, I was an event planner. Hey. So I knew that I had the ability to be an administrator. I knew I could organize things. Listen, I put together some of the craziest events. Who else do you know has a fire breather at a wedding? Right. Destination weddings. I could do a destination wedding in probably 3 days and have the rest of the months just checking in with the bride and helping her solidify what she really wants, the details. And I learned that I had the ability to talk to people and really hear what they were saying, but hear their pain points so that I could provide solutions. So I started noticing, oh my God, you can do all these things. So I just thought that I was going to be a destination event planner because, hey, it worked out. I could negotiate. I had a good time talking to people. I could put on a good event. I could find different things. I was a researcher. It was great. I was resourceful. I knew how to come in under budget. I knew how to make sure all of my vendors were on time and all. My grandmother said that it was because I like to boss people around. I I think that's neither here nor there. I don't think it's absolutely true, but I mean, I was a bomb event planner. I have reviews. So nevertheless, I got receipts, right? Nevertheless, I did that. When I was before that, I had I'm laughing now because it's crazy. I had my own wireless company. So I sold cell phones. It started like when I was young. Let me just tell you about this. My dad created a monster. I started off selling candy in middle school. What's up, Maurice? Hey, Sade. How, Veria? So it just kind of grew. So then I kind of went from like selling candy in school to selling like cell phones and stuff and being an event planner. And I mean, I had my own career coaching firm because I was a recruiter for years. Who else knows how to put together? I was putting together resumes. I would have career coaching classes. I mean, listen, these were things that I could do. Whether it was a talent, whether it was a skill, whether it was something I learned along the way, these were things I could do. You're right, Michelle. I have done a lot. It's crazy. So into the career coaching, and I'm sitting here and I'm thinking there has to be more to it than this. I'm an event planner. I had just come back or was planning a wedding for Colorado for a client. And I mean, I was making like awesome connections and amazing stuff, like doing double receptions and stuff. Like I was really killing it. I mean, I did good. So I'm thinking there's more to it than this. Oh, did I tell you that I had an accessories line? I still have an accessories line, but I had an accessories line. I have jewelry designers. I mean, like, I had a ball knowing what I could do. I always knew how to relate to people, and it was easy to be able to sell, it was cool. Oh, I worked in a staffing agency, and I remember my grandmother asked me, "So, what bank are you at now?" And I was like, "I'm not. I get people jobs." And my grandfather said, "What? You get people jobs?" He said, "Where at banks?" He said, "You've worked at every bank in Delaware." So they used to clown me and say, "You've worked at every bank in Delaware. Now you're getting people jobs." Yeah, I was. So then he was like, "Well, what are you selling now?" And I was like, "People skills." Because I would go out to corporations and literally would sell someone's skill set to this company and they would hire us to bring the people on temporarily. Listen, I told the stories in Jacksonville at the end of September and they were hollering because I've done some crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. Okay, so listen, back to the story at hand. So all of this was stuff that I could do. It was stuff that I was good at. I got paid for. And when I did events, I didn't really advertise a lot, maybe until the very end. A lot of it was through referral. So it wasn't like I made a big deal that I did it. It was mostly through referrals, but I still got a check. So then I started thinking there's more. There's absolutely more to what I'm doing. I'm tired of doing events. It's great. Money's good. Um, but I wanted more. Hey, Levon. And I knew that there was just this inkling that there was something else for me to do. And so I hired a life/business coach. And I remember like our first two sessions, she was like, "Well, what do you do? And what do you want to do? Hey, Sierra." And I was like, I don't know. At the time, I was a training facilitator. I was like a market-wide training facilitator, had a whole region that I did training for a company, and I was traveling back and forth. And I was like, yeah, I'm sick of this. And I was in the car all the time. And so I thought I should probably be doing more than this. Talk to the coach. Shout out to Lakeisha Dixon. Amazing. And we realized that there was more. And she gave me this assignment one weekend. And she said, I want you to, hey, Christy, she said, I want you to sit down and really think about what God is calling you to do. Number one, I didn't know that life coaches/business coaches prayed into the meeting and after the meeting. Brand new to me, scared me half to death. I was like, oh my God, she's an intercessor. I wasn't ready. Um, so, and she's a powerful one at that. So I was sitting there, and all of a sudden, I remember the Holy Spirit saying to me, the purpose catalyst. I was like, what is that? And he started downloading to me exactly who I was and who I was created to be. So I provoke people out of a place of comfortability. If you've ever, ever, ever worked with me, or you've ever heard anybody say anything about working with me, hey, Amy, they'll tell you she's difficult. She is all up in your face. She is all in your business, and you're going to work. Because I provoke you to get out of your past. You need to do something bigger, better, and greater that's going to make an amazing impact on the world. And if you are not willing to do that, then you forfeit your purpose. And why? Like, there are literally people tied to the surrender of you fulfilling purpose, of you moving forward in purpose, of you saying, listen, I'm going to fulfill this destiny and I'm going to work this purpose like never before. So when you say no to that, you say no to all the people that are waiting for you. You say no to all of the people that need what you've been through. You say no, hey, Jasmine, to all of the people that need you and how you do what you do, right? So I provoke people. I used to be an instigator in school, so I would be the one in the background when people would be like, "Oh, you gonna let her do that?" That was me. I used to do that. I was a kid. I didn't know any better. I didn't know I was fulfilling the agenda of hell. I didn't know. So y'all, listen, give me some slack. So anyway, needless to say that I still do that. I provoke people. I provoke you to get out of your own way. I provoke you to dig deeper. It's a necessity. So henceforth, moving forward, that's why. Yes, Mom Pam, you already know. So that is why I wrote the launch devotional, because I was coming across a lot of women who had amazing abilities, awesome talents, great skills, but they still weren't fulfilling purpose. They were just doing things that they could do. They thought it was their purpose, but it's deeper than that. See, your purpose brings about a solution to someone's problem, someone's pain point, someone's frustration. So if it's just what you can do, like I could easily plan a wedding. Like if I had a client today, I could easily plan their wedding over the weekend, come back to them with quotes and everything, because it really isn't a frustrating thing to do. It's easy for me. They just don't know where to start. But the purpose is to bring a solution to a bigger pain point. So I had to referee fights. I had to, y'all, one time, two mothers were about to fight in front of the venue, and I mean fist fight, in front of the venue at a wedding with the bride getting out of the car. I've had to referee fights. I've had to speak life to situations. I've had to find grooms. So it was a bigger part of the purpose. When you learn to help people dig deeper, then you're hitting on purpose. You're being a solution. So all of that, all of the things that I had to do, all of it was a necessity because it was stepping stones to purpose. It was a stepping stone to say, I've mastered that skill of negotiation. Listen, you gonna give me what I want. And you're going to be happy about it. And when I'm done, you're going to say, and do you need anything else? I've done this for too long. I've had to negotiate salaries for people in six figures. Of course, it's easy to get a hotel to be like, hey. So when it gets right down to it, your purpose should bring about a solution, but you have to be clear on it. You have to be resolute in it. If you are doing something and it's not your purpose, trust me, when things go crazy, you are going to want to fall back, crawl in a hole, never come out again, and never be bothered with this thing that you thought was purpose. It is so easy to quit. Hey, Antonia, it is so easy to quit when it's not purpose. And I'm telling you this from a fact. Okay, I'm telling you this, even being the purpose catalyst, there have been days. I told my friend today, like one time she called me and I was over it. I was like, no, I don't want to hear it anymore. I'm not doing it. I'm sick of it. I don't want anything else to do it. If I say that as a purpose catalyst, I know that you've had your moments, but what happens is purpose still keeps calling. Purpose won't allow you to quit. Purpose is like, oh, you think you quitting me? It's like a stalker boyfriend. It's like, nah, sis, you ain't quitting. You're going to keep going. You're going to keep digging deeper. You're going to keep diving in. You're going to go into the deep. You're going to show people what it's worth. You're going to do what you're called to do. Purpose does not let you go. When you're really in purpose, there's no way you can quit and be like, yeah, I'm done, and close up shop. See, I could do that as an event planner because it wasn't my purpose. I can pick it up and let it go whenever I get good and ready. But as the purpose catalyst, listen, one day I quit and somebody said, hey, I want to work with you for the purpose dash. And I was like, hey, can we meet tomorrow at 11? I was like, yo, why did I do that? I just quit. I literally had to laugh at myself because I had quit. No, literally, I quit. I had my notebooks piled up in the corner. I was about to burn them. I quit. I quit. And then in a matter of 30 minutes, somebody said, "Oh, your subscription box? Yes, I'd like to collaborate." And I was like, "Awesome. We're meeting tomorrow. Can't wait to talk." Because purpose keeps ringing in your ear. Purpose will never let you can't quit purpose. There's no antibiotic for purpose. There's no vaccine for purpose. You will pursue purpose. Once you tap into that thing, it is so difficult. It's so hard to let it go. Even when things get crazy and you have no idea what you're going to do or how things are going to work out, you still will continue to operate in purpose because it's just that different. It's not an ability. You can cancel an event. You don't have to go to an appointment, but purpose? Child, please. You'll be knocking at purpose's door like, I know I quit yesterday, but can I come back? Because it's purpose. There's a pulling and a tugging when it's purpose. So listen, we got to get clear on what purpose is. And that's what I help my clients do. I help them get clear on what purpose is. I help them move all of the excuses out the way. I help them move all the clutter out the way of what they can do. Let's not even talk about the fact that, oh my God, so-and-so did such and such to me. Who cares? Why is this even taking up real estate in your life? I mean, not that I'm that insensitive to say who cares, but really, does it make a difference to your purpose? Is it changing it? Did they give you purpose? Hey, Sarah, thanks for joining. If you can answer that with a solid no, then dude, we're not worried about that. We don't worry about that. Listen, until you die, people will do stuff to you. And after you die, they will still talk about you. Good, bad, and ugly. So it really doesn't matter. That cycle never ends. People will always have something to say. As long as they have two lips and a tongue, their mouths will keep talking. Who cares about what they say? It was a hard lesson learned because I wanted to fight every time somebody said something. But for what? You can't fight down every lie and every rumor. Child, you'll be fighting until the day you'll die from fighting that much. Nobody has time for that. So, one, I help people gain clarity. Through all of that, you're gaining clarity. Number two, you're going to be confident in what your superpower is. You are going to know what you do that is so specific that no one can replicate it. That the style in which you do it is so unique that people come following after you and chasing after you to make sure they get what you do. It's so important. So this is why I am launching the Purpose and Power Challenge. January 7th, we are walking through 40 days. So if you don't know, now you know. I wrote a book called The Launch Devotional. And in it, I help women identify their purpose and discover their superpower. So guess what? We're doing it live starting January 7th. It's a Monday. There's an exclusive community that I've already built for the women to join me. Listen, the challenge is free, but if you really want to maximize this time, you want the Launch Devotional. And I even set it up so that you're getting a discount if you're going to be in the challenge. Not the Amazon price, not the price is going to January 1st, but you get a discount if you're going to join me in the challenge. So listen, I put the link in the comments, and I want you to join me. If you need clarity about what your purpose is, if you need to be confident in what you do that nobody else can do like you, then I want you to sign up for the challenge. Yes, you can sign up for the challenge without purchasing the book. But I would tell you, hey, Robinette, but I will tell you, we will be going from the book. So you might be kind of lost while everybody is doing their work. But we will be doing the book live. Because why shouldn't you know your purpose? Don't you want 2019 to be different? Like, don't you want it to be the best year ever? Why not start 2019 off discovering your purpose and your superpower? And again, the challenge is free. The book is what costs $10. Don't tell the people who bought it on Amazon. Don't tell the people who are getting it directly from my website. You need the link that I just pinned in order to get it for the price for the challenge. Okay. And listen, don't try to play me and act like, oh, I'm gonna do the challenge and I'm gonna get the book for a discount and then not join us on the challenge. It won't benefit you at all. Trust me. You don't want that level of foolishness in your life. So look, join me in the challenge. Make sure that you kick off 2019 better than any way you could have left 2018. Okay. That's why we're starting January 7th. Make it fresh. Make it a time of reflection and discovery for you. There's going to be perks. I'm bringing in special guests. Like, I mean, business. I'm going live and we're talking every day, Saturday and Sunday too. Saturday and Sunday. Okay. So I mean business. I want you to make sure that you do something different. You will always remain the same person if you keep doing the same things. Make sure in 2019 you stop doing that. Make it better. Like, don't, if I hear you say 2019 is my year and you do nothing different, I'm going to call you a liar publicly. In love. But you're still going to be lying. So listen, if you want it to be different, if you want it to be amazing, if you want to kick it off really knowing what God's plan is for your life, hit me up, bit.ly/40-day purpose empower. Let's get to this challenge. Listen, call your good girlfriends, talk to your cousins, talk to your besties. Listen, maybe if you get your enemies involved, they won't be your enemies anymore because they'll figure out what their purpose is and know that their purpose is not to be your enemy. Just a thought. So listen, let's kick it off. Let's make it happen. Get these books. Let's make sure you have them in your hands by the 6th at the latest, in your mailbox on the 7th. But you're going to need to know what day one looks like before you even start. Peep the reviews on Amazon because, listen, they're telling me the book is the truth. I wrote it from my experience with God and understanding my purpose, and it is helping women across the country. Don't miss out. Let's wrangle 2019 and make it ours. Let's make it bow down to what God said it should bow down to. All right. And not just what haphazardly happens. You've lived like that long enough, sis. Let's go. So listen, if you have any questions, inbox me. I'll be more than happy to answer, but check it out. And there's a video on the page to make sure you are absolutely clear on what this is, but bit.ly/40-day purpose empower challenge. And you're going to get more of this. You're going to get some of my friends that come in that are amazing, that teach awesome things that are going to help you propel forward. It's time you launched out. Get off the side, not in the sidelines, get off the shore, launch out into the deep, and let's make 2019 our purposeful year. I'm going to see you later, and I better see you in the community for the challenge. Bye.